This Engineering is Elementary digital how-to will demonstrate how to prepare wet samples of sand, soil, and clay for Lesson 3, Part 2 of A Sticky Situation Designing Walls. For Lesson 3 of the Walls unit, you will need to prepare samples of 3 different wet earth material mixtures for your students to examine. The wet soil mixture is made using potting soil. Clay sand is used to make the wet sand mixture, and the wet clay sample mixture is made using clay powder. Use plastic bowls to mix and store the wet samples. For the typical classroom, you will need 15 bowls to mix together 5 wet samples of soil, 5 of sand, and 5 of clay. Each individual wet sample will be stored in its own plastic bowl and will contain 1/4 cup of a particular earth material. Use a dry 1/4 measuring cup to measure exactly 1/4 cup of material for each sample, and use some typical plastic spoons for adding water to the mixture and for stirring. To prepare a single wet material sample, begin by measuring a level 1/4 cup of material using your dry measure cup. This video shows the process being done with the clay powder. Next, put the measured material into one of the plastic bowls. Then, add spoonfuls of warm water to the bowl, stirring occasionally. In our testing, approximately 7 spoonfuls of warm water were needed to reach the desired consistency, but this may vary. For the wet clay mixtures, the desired consistency is like cake frosting or a meringue. Follow the same steps described for preparing the wet clay mixture to prepare the other mixtures. This video shows what a sample of wet sand should ultimately look like, packable and not runny. And this video shows what your wet soil sample should resemble, a wet, clumpy kind of mud.